Hello. And welcome. Ah yes, romance anime. My favorite genre. Why? No reason. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy your battle shonens and mind games as much as the next guy just fine, but true peak fiction comes from a couple making moderate progression throughout 12 episodes until the fireworks festival, where their relationship barely advances with no confirmation of a season 2. Okay, that might be a stretch, but you can't deny that the earliest story ever recorded in human history is a romance tale. Actually, it's something called the Epic of Gilgamesh, but I'm not really caught up on Fate. However, I firmly believe that romance anime is amazing, and to prove my point, I want to go over some of the great anime we've received so far in 2023 within the genre. And that's why you should join me as I continue my journey to discover the perfect anime. Starting off with Horimiya Piece. Hey, you remember Horimiya, right? With Izumi Miyamura, a teenage boy with a secret that he's tatted up with some piercings that he doesn't want to show to anyone else in school. And Kyoko Hori, who also has her own secret. But be warned, this is not for the faintest of hearts. Children should seek their parents' supervision. That is, if they're still alive after knowing the truth. You see, when Kyoko Hori is home, she ties her hair up and cooks for her younger brother. Okay, the anime is a lot better than I'm making out to be here, but it's only 2 years old now, and for what it's worth, I thought Horimiya was an excellent series with a complete adaptation, leaving me wholly satisfied with this ending. But that's the thing, Horimiya's first season fully adapted the manga, all 128 chapters of it in only 13 episodes, so there's some cut content. That's where Horimiya Piece comes in, as it's a compilation of the side stories skipped from its initial adaptation, which brings life to the other main characters. Don't expect main story progression here, this is for the fluff. Now, some of you might be unsure about the watch order for this series, so allow me to simplify. First, you watch Horimiya up till and including episode 11. Then, you watch Horimiya Piece. Then you watch Horimiya episodes 12 and 13. Then you read the upcoming manga chapters that focus on what happens after the end of the series. Then you watch Horimiya Brotherhood, and then there's Horimiya Shippuden and Borimiya Next Generation. Actually, you can skip that one. Then there's Horimiya, Swordsmith Village Arc, and Horimiya, which is just a normal show. And finally, Horimiya, the final season, part 4, the final chapters, part 2, the finale, for real this time, coming in fall. Anyway, that's not the only sweet slice-of-life rom-com I'm watching this season, as there's also The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. Now, some of you might find this just okay, or in other cases a bit too wild and wacky for what it's trying to be, because this is animated by Studio Go Hands, and the hands, they go in anime. As with any Studio Go Hands production, you're going to be given all sorts of unique camera angles in an animation style that I can only refer to as unnecessarily complex. So that could be a turnoff for some people, but I personally enjoy anime, or animation in general, that isn't exactly fitting to the status quo. I find the animation style interesting, and it makes every single background character look like an actual human rather than just some Pikmin. The premise is based around this girl, Mie, constantly forgetting her glasses, which wouldn't be that much of an issue if she wasn't utterly blind without them. How does someone make it this common of a habit to forget glasses if they have this hard of a time seeing? The main character, Komura, mentions that it's not often she does this, but how would we know? To us, the audience, it's basically her personality trait to forget the one thing that allows her to operate normally.
Bro, I gotta turn around. What'd you forget? Gosh. I forgot the keys to the car. Where were the keys when he started the car?
If she's this forgetful as we're led to believe, here's a list of jobs I don't think she'd be qualified for in the future. Brain surgeon. And that's it. Putting that aside, this is honestly a really cute show. I enjoy the banter between Komura and Mie quite a bit. Yeah, they're cringy, but they're like 13. Who wasn't cringy at 13? Shaq? I don't think that there's too much here that'll blow you away other than unique animation, but it's still fun to watch. And on the topic of slice-of-life romances, I want to go back to the winter season to once again talk about Tomo-chan as a girl. Now, this is a rather unique romance anime because it actually starts with the main character, Tomo Aizawa, making a confession of love with the opening scene, and immediately her feelings are reciprocated. Except they aren't. You see, I've heard of the friend zone, but here, she's landed in the bro zone. Honestly, not a bad place to be, Tomo. Every guy is at least a little bit homosexual, partially BFF curious. All you have to do is take him on a camping trip with you and watch movies about gladiators. Now, I enjoy this anime when it was airing, and I even put it in A rank for my winter tier list, but my tier lists are based around how much I'd recommend an anime, and winter 2023 was a big season for romance anime, and the majority I watched were great, but no major standouts. However, Tomo-chan is without a doubt my favorite kind of anime, as it's one that got better and better with each episode. I just thought the first episode was alright, then Episode 2 introduced Carol Olston, who added 3 years to my life expectancy every episode. But honestly, I think Tomo's best girl here. I mean, she's a main character. You'd hope she'd progress with the story, and this is an anime all about Tomo and her developing relationship with June, her best friend, her love interest. The two have known each other forever, and they're at that stage when their feelings truly start to develop. Unfortunately, by the end of the series, it has a very satisfying conclusion where you get exactly what you want. And I do mean end of the series, as this adapts all 900 plus chapters into 13 episodes. But this isn't like Horimiya, each chapter is just one page. We rarely get romance anime that have a complete story by the end of just a single season, and we're given plenty of time to flesh out Tomo, June, Carol, and Gundo, Tomo's other best friend, who I grew to like a lot too. Most anime aren't going to have a complete ending by just one season, but that's okay because there are anime like My Love Story with Yamada-Kun at level 999 from last season. Now, a warning before I go any further. This anime is only for the most hardcore of gamers. I'm such an epic gamer, I'm wanted by both the FBI and Paw Patrol. The main character, named Akane, what was her last name again? Oh no, it can't be. Is a gamer herself, because her boyfriend was into this game titled Forest of Savior, or FOS, or as I call it, the Faz!
Ah, waka waka waka!
That was until he dumped her and left her with the worst kind of drug addiction possible. MMO addiction. Poor Akane. Her whole life is just taking L's, one after another. I could draw a straight line in front of her, and she'd fly a helicopter into it. But everything is okay, because she finds a real reward for grinding in MMOs. Cute boy. Enter Akito Yamada, a pro gamer who has never lost his virginity because he doesn't lose. This anime isn't just about the banter and developing relationship between the two. Akane is still pretty upset, and for good reason, after her last boyfriend suddenly dumped her when he found a new girl, and Akito needs to learn what women are at the same time. However, the actual romantic moments of this series are very well done, and that's helped out by how great both of the main characters are. Akane is one of the strongest MCs we've had in anime all year. Even with all the failures she goes through in life, she grows from them and takes the steps needed to get what she wants. Plus, what helps this anime out a lot is that I just love the art style. It actually reminds me of an anime from last year, More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers, which was one of my absolute favorite anime of all of 2022. And what got me drawn to that series originally was the art style. It's so pretty and colorful, I just had to watch it. And this series did not disappoint. I feel similarly to this anime, which, despite having a lot of story left to adapt, had an excellent season finale. That being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and read ahead a little. Let's see what's on chapter 69. Oh my. I need to do something real quick. Going back to the current season of anime, the best romance going on right now has gotta be My Happy Marriage. And this is a full-on romance rather than a rom-com. Mio is the eldest daughter of the Saimori family, a family of renowned psychics. However, she was born completely normal without any special abilities. Due to this, her family barely even treats her as a human. Her father views her as a liability. Her stepmother doesn't even recognize her as a daughter. And her sister Kaya? Good lord, her sister.
Your purpose in life is to be in that chat, blowing a daily. Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should yourself now.
Her sister has issues, but she is a psychic, and Mio is not, therefore she can do no wrong. One day, Mio's parents arrange marriages for both of their daughters. Kaya is arranged to Mio's childhood friend, cucking her. Meanwhile, Mio is shipped off elsewhere to marry a guy who, as the stories say, has all of its prospective fiancés run off after 3 days of knowing him.
Because he plays League of Legends.
However, those stories turn out to be rumors, as Kyoka Kudo, Mio's fiancé, is an actually supportive person, giving her the life she deserved this entire time.
Guys, love yourself. That's all I gotta say. Yes, you should love yourself now. Yes, you should. Because I do.
What this anime does exceptionally well, other than the incredible voice acting, strong cast of characters, superb animation and art, is that you're rooting for Mio day one, even when she's never learned how to love herself. By showing how cruel and downright evil her own family is towards her simply for not having the capability to become a psychic, you come into this series wanting the best for her. Kudo is a man with all the talent in the world. He can easily get anything he wants, but the disgusting rumors surrounding him clearly affect his own happiness and mental state as well. These two really are the perfect match for one another, and seeing episodes where they just go out and run errands bring such a smile to your face. That being said, there is a lot at stake here. Mio's definitely at risk from her own family and others at all times, and this series is as dramatic as it is beautiful. I'm really excited to see where this goes, and it probably would be the best romance anime that I'm covering in this video if it wasn't for The Dangers in My Heart, which is easily the best romance anime I've seen all year, and really the main reason I wanted to make this video in the first place. I gave this a god tier placement for my spring tier list, but that might be too low for such an amazing series as this. We've only had one season so far, and a season 2 is coming in January, but even right now, I'm all in on this. It's already become one of my favorite romance anime ever, and from what I've been told by manga readers, it's only the beginning. What makes this anime so special is that, despite the first episode making you think you're going to watch Death Note, this is without a doubt the most wholesome, feel-good anime of the year. Kyoutaro Ichikawa is a troubled young kid. He's only a middle schooler, but he already feels left out, a loner. However, that doesn't stop him from finding friendship and comfort with the school idol, Ana Yamada, who's extremely self-conscious about herself, as she has a voracious appetite and doesn't want anyone in the school to find out. The two learn more about each other and get closer and closer as they both become more comfortable about themselves. Kyoutaro gets to open up and have a social life in a critical part of his youth. Ana learns to feel more comfortable with her quirky side being with Kyoutaro. Season 1 ends, and there isn't a confession, a kiss, or fucking, but there doesn't need to be. You feel more satisfied watching this than anything else. The relationship progresses naturally. They're still middle schoolers. They're learning as much about themselves as they are each other, and it helps that Kyoutaro is the king of accidental riz. The Dangers in My Heart is a fantastic series, one I can't wait for its second season, because what this series is a warm hug. thanks for watching. I don't know what I'm going to do for this yet, but I will have an end-of-year video where I go over my favorite anime of the year overall. And just be prepared that the dangers in my heart will absolutely show up. So, please, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And really, I don't even know how else to describe this anime. I just love it so much.